We're gonna look into the probably the greatest horror documentary to ever be made. Like, I'm serious. Like, if you're a fan of horror movies and you are not even following this Twitter page, which is In Search of Darkness, or have seen any of the three previous documentaries by them, you are missing out. You are absolutely missing out. Miller Tats, shit talking each other. If you want to pay things to see, I bet Ninja. I bet. So long story short, I discovered this a couple years ago. I think it was like post COVID. Bridge, the one that got hit by a boat. I was I was doing some dark humor. So, if you guys are horror fans and you want like a genuine good documentary on everything hoarder, like Kane Hoarder, horror, go to Twitter and search up. It's literally called In Search of Darkness. Okay, they've already covered the entire 80s. So there's three parts of the 80s. They cover literally every notable horror movie from the 80s, and it's criminally shameful that there's only 15,000 people following them. I've already ordered In Search of Darkness 90 to 94. I got access to it early because I've been doing this for all the other parts. Um, and there's like a whole bundle down here too. But if you go to their link tree, there'll be something that takes you right to their page. It's via Creator VC. We're gonna watch the trailer. But I just kind of want to go over some things. If you guys do want to maybe buy into this, you can even get your name in the credits. I've had mine in every single one. There's 20 days left on this. And again, if you're a true horror fan, I highly recommend it. You can go digital only, which is honestly great. You just get it right on your desktop. It's awesome. But if you're like me, you go with the physical aspect. And I'm sure if you guys have seen in Discord or Twitter, I have the movie posters from the previous ones framed in my office to the right. I have 1, 2, and 3. And I have a spot for the fourth one because I knew there'd be a 90s one. So the base edition is only $49.99, which is nice. You get into the Blu-ray package, which is typically what I get. These posters are very, very high quality. You want me to frame these nuts? Okay. All right. I'll get them like a little side by side there. These movie posters are high quality. And if it's this one right here, I can tell you right now, if these are the two posters, which I bet because they've been using the one on the right here with the kid sitting in front of the TV for Poltergeist, the most often. But I'm telling you right now, this one on the left is the one that I will frame. But if you go to the higher bundles, so you get the In Search of Darkness 90 to 94. I can only assume they're going to do 90 to 99 is the only thing I can really think of. You get the two posters, you get the So On patch, your name in the credits, a commemorative mini booklet, which I honestly didn't, I completely glassed over that. Certificate, you get your digital copy, soundtrack, PDF booklet, and the membership card. I believe I already have this membership card. But this isn't even the one that I got. I'm not gonna lie, I went with this one because I wanted the t-shirt. I went with the t-shirt. I always try to get the most bang for my buck. And again, I believe there's a package that includes the other ones. I could be wrong, but you can get the other ones fairly cheap now. And I highly recommend. So this is the bundle I got, t-shirt and Blu-ray. So I got all the above plus a t-shirt. If you're feeling super generous to the cause, you can be an associate producer and pay $12.50, and I believe you get an actual IMBD credit. So there's that, and then there's the producer one where you spend $2,500. Same thing. I don't know what the bonus here. I do have this card. Looking at this did come in my last package because I got the In Search of Darkness 80s book, which is really nice. It covers like all the movies, but I showed it off last night, but it's over there with all my other collectibles. I do believe I have this card, and it actually comes with some. You actually do get these exclusive horror deals. There is some pretty good stuff on there. Yeah, and then there's like a 5,000. A lot of people don't go with these options, obviously. But I mean, look at this. Look at this cast. It's a who's who. John Carpenter, Heather Langenkamp. Again, if you don't know who that is, you don't know any Friday. Nightmare Before Elm Street. Who else we got? I'm trying to... Ted Raimi? Oh my gosh, there you go. Charlie Band, see right there is Kane Hart. Tom Savini. Tom Savini is like a industry icon when it comes to horror. That man wrote the book on horror makeup effects. And so it's going to have all the people that were in the movies. David Dasimclan, I probably said his last name wrong, but he was recently in Late Night with the Devil, which was fantastic. Is that a Nightmare Before Christmas reference? No. Don Mancini, creator of Child's Play. Who else we got in here? Ernest Dickerson. I believe he did Tales from the Hood. pretty sure he did Tales from the Hood as well. Screaming Mad George is he's a character. He's been in the last few documentaries. He's pretty cool. Clancy Brown, aka Mr. Krabs. If you didn't know that, he was in Pet Sematary too, and I believe he's been in a couple other horror movies as well. Robert Rusler was also in Nightmare Before Elm Street Part 2. Corey Taylor's in there. And this is just some of them. And then right here, you can add on this too if you want it. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it. I personally have not watched a trailer, but that's just a small taste of what to expect from the commentary. And the commentary is honestly top notch. Like the inside facts you get from watching this is phenomenal. And if you're a true horror fan, you'll absolutely love this. So if you can't hear the volume, let me know. But this is the trailer. So they call it the Lost Decade. And for those of you that don't know, they call it the Lost Decade kind of because 80s slashers ran rampant and like there were so many. A lot of people credit Scream by Wes Craven as revitalizing the horror genre and giving it a breath of fresh air. But from like 90 to 94, there is no volume. That is most unfortunate. We will fix that. That is almost unfair. Good catch, Ninja. That should. Is there seriously no volume on that? None whatsoever? Well, that is most unfortunate. There's no volume whatsoever. Yes, you should. Yes, you should absolutely take a nap. That's okay. I don't want to get copyrighted for it, so we can go without the music. We'll go without the music because I plan on making a video out of this, so look at all these movies already. But anyways, that's why it's called the Lost Decade or the Lost Decade of Horror. I don't know, Ninja, I don't. But this music is probably copyrighted, so it's best that I probably just keep it off anyways. Ooh, anybody? Look at that. Oh, it's wonderful. Yes, we could do subtitles for sure. Talking about Candyman. What is this now? Chuck, we are just reacting to In Search of Darkness horror documentary 90 to 94 that's coming out. I'm a huge fan of the series. I have all three parts from the 80s, so now we're watching the trailer for the 90s. Tim Curry for the win. I agree. But have you no one seen the remake of Candyman produced by Jordan Peele? You definitely should. The original is just as good. But this is like this is the kind of style you can expect from watching the documentary, and it's so good. I think Puppet Master will be in there. Look, that's Kane Horder right there. That's Jason. For all you don't know, this is Jason. Jason Voorhees behind the mask. I think he did 4 through Goes to Hell. But that's Kane Horder right there. This is old man Jason right here. Are those bees real? Yes, those bees are absolutely real. And right there, that's the scene right there we're talking about. That's the scene from Jason Goes to Hell. This right here, seriously, if you didn't see this back when it came out and you saw this, your mind was blown, because keep in mind, it still took a long time for Freddy vs. Jason to be made. It went through rewrite hell, but it was still so good. Was that Phasmateza? Yeah, it is. This part right here. So literally, and just like the visuals on this are so nice. And again, Tom Savini, this man, Shudder has Friday the 13th movies out streaming for October. That's awesome. Shudder's a good place for horror movies. And again, if you don't know Tom Savini, he is literally the man that basically wrote the book. Like, he has his own school for makeup effects. This is the guy right here. He is also Sex Machine and From Dusk Till Dawn. This is definitely going to be a good documentary. I love the visuals they give off for this too. Oh my, oh my god, Blockbuster Video. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't really go to... Tom Savini is the guy that collaborated with Wyndham Rotunda to make the feed. Yes, that is correct. That is also another fun fact. Yes, absolutely. Which just goes to show his reach of makeup effects. I believe he did. I don't know if he did them. I don't know if he did all the masks for the YX6, but yes, Blockbuster. I know, right? My back already hurts. I will admit, I remember I had like Chart Hits, Family Videos, and Rent a Video. And I remember I would always look at the covers to the horror movies because they were just so fascinating and they entranced me. But I was at a point in my life, I mean, keep in mind, in the 90s, I was very young. So like, I was very scared of this stuff. The crappy ones were the best. Do you think Tanya and the T-Rex will be on here as a horror movie? Actually, I think that is Tanya and the T-Rex, isn't it? Is that not a scene from Tanya and the T-Rex? Is that not? I'm pretty sure that is. It might not be. I could be wrong. That doesn't look like a T-Rex, but it looks like it. There was more local places by me, and I went with nostalgia. It's really, really... I feel bad. Pretty sure it is. I thought so, too. I thought it was from that movie. And I say this all the time. Like, the fact that people today will never get to go see an actual renting video place, and I'm talking like VHS. I rented VHSs. I'm 34, so like I was like right on the cusp of like DVDs and everything. But again, the nostalgia of just walking into a movie store, seeing everything. You had video games, you had snacks, movies. They had movies playing on the big screen, and the crushing defeat of running down the aisle to get what you want, only to get there and be like, what I want's not here. Or if you called ahead, you'd be like, hey, I'm on my way in. Could you hold it for me? Do your knees squeak? Yes, they do. Is it that movie that has... yes. This is featured in High on Life. It had Denise Richards, who I had a huge crush on back in the day, and the late, great Paul Walker. Yep, I agree. I agree. Horror movie benefit? Yes. From the static on the VCHS. Absolutely. Was Poltergeist in the 90s or was that 80s? The original. Oh god, if no one knows this one, this is from Basket Case. A very messed up movie. So if they cover this movie, I will be extremely happy. There's only like a few I really want them to cover, but overall I'm going to enjoy the entire documentary. Hannibal Lecter. And again, this guy right here, he's been in a lot. He's very hot in the horror scene right now. I cannot pronounce his last name, but Late Night of the Devil was phenomenal. No one's seen it. If you can get past the minor AI issues with the movie posters, it's a really great movie. Yes, and you do actually get your name in the credits. I've had my actual name in all 3 credits of the previous movies, and it's honestly just something really cool. So, oh, I saw Army of Darkness. Oh my gosh. You know that was all practical too. That's not CGI. Just look at that. I like the skeleton shirt. Same. Thank you for the lurk. So, again, I believe this is going to be in the previews I showed you, I believe this is the movie poster, and this is why I'm framing it. What can we see here? So, I see Misery. I see Candyman. I see It. This looks like... The only time Jason was on fire in that was Freddy vs. Jason. We have Hannibal Lecter. This one right here is the bad guy from Army of Darkness. I believe this is the Crypt Keeper. So what you're saying is we need to get these and find out your real name? I mean, Ninja, I could just tell you my real name. I mean, you can just DM me. There's Freddy. There's a Cenobite back there. That looks like another Jason all the way back here. Oh, the Leprechaun. The Leprechaun better... I believe the first Leprechaun came out in '94, and that was Jennifer Aniston's first acting role. I wonder if they were able to get an interview. You know, here's the really sad thing, too. Tremors came out during this time, too, I believe, right? And unfortunately, it is my understanding that Kevin Bacon extremely distances himself from Tremors. All right, man, take it easy. It is very shameful because like Tremors has become such a cult classic. Okay, so yeah, that is definitely the poster I'll be framing. And again, you can get just the digital for $49.99. And this is not sponsored. This is not any of this. I just genuinely really like this series, and I wish more people would hop on board. It's honestly well worth your money if you're into horror. Bring your friends. So yeah, pretty good. Like I said, you go to, again, if you want to get on it, go to Twitter and search of darkness. Just type that in the search bar. Go to the link tree. There'll be a link that's the top one. Take you right to this, and you can pick your package. Highly recommend it, but I just wanted to go over that today. So if you're definitely going to be into that, or if you want to know more about it, again, I've bought into all three each time. So definitely go check it out. In Search of Darkness 90 to 94. Cannot wait. Did I say series? I might have said series. I might have said series. All right, now we're gonna get into the video games. I just wanted to go over that because it's really cool. All right, let's get the YouTube side started. And again, I highly recommend it. I mean, if you even have like an inkling of horror, I mean, it's phenomenal, you know?